Thank you, Governor, for being here today.
Thank you.
I'm Laura Condon, and I'm a volunteer New Hampshire Director of Advocacy with the National Vaccine Information Center. And I have people come to me on a daily basis. I have parents, I have teachers, I have child care workers, I have nurses, I have senior citizens come to me on a regular basis. They're quite concerned about the continuing onslaught of vaccines being imposed on our children, on our healthcare workers, on our child care providers and teachers. There's lots of proposals across the nation. As you know, vaccines, like every other medical procedure or product, is not without risk of failure and risk of harm. And could we count on you to support and affirm the human right of voluntary medical risk-taking for all medical procedures, including vaccines?
Yeah, no, you can't count on me for that. I think that vaccinations in this world, you're right, there are risks that are absolutely part of every type of medical treatment we have. There are risks involved with all of it. But I will tell you this too. Vaccines have done enormous good in this country to eradicate awful disease. We don't have polio in this country anymore the way we did in earlier years because of the vaccine. Measles, mumps, rubella have been in large measure eradicated because of the effective use of vaccine. And I understand that as a parent, you're always going to have concerns about your child. Your child is the most precious thing in your life. We also have to be concerned about public health. And so to me, when weighing it and balancing it, as you imply in your question, there has to be a weighing and balancing. I balance in favor of vaccinating our children. Now, each vaccine has to be judged on its merits. It has to go through the approval process and do all the rest of the things that we have to do to have a vaccine brought to market in this country. But I cannot be someone who supports voluntary vaccination. I think that would be the wrong step for the public health of our country. I understand that there are really well-intentioned people who disagree, but that's my position on the issue. I think parents need to be listened to, always. But in the end, there's some hard decisions we have to make about this, and I would err on the side of protecting public health through vaccine unless that vaccine was proven to be dangerous to the members of the public. I favor vaccines, and Mary Pat and I have vaccinated all our children, and that's what we would advocate for as a public figure for the rest of the country. I just didn't hear the first part.
In states that have religious and conscientious belief exemptions, you believe that those should be eliminated?
No, we have a religious exemption in New Jersey, but it is very, very narrowly tailored. Very narrowly tailored. My impression of your question was a voluntary vaccine program for everyone. I don't believe in that. We have a very narrowly tailored religious exemption in New Jersey. People have to step up, and they have a big hurdle to get over to prove that they qualify for that religious exemption. But that has to be the overwhelming exception and not the rule. Because if we make it the rule, then public health is put at enormous risk, and we just can't have that. So we have a religious exemption in New Jersey. There's a move to narrow it even further going on right now in my legislature. Now, I don't know exactly what they're going to pass, so I can't give an opinion on it yet. But the fact is, that has to be narrow, and it has to be judged very, very scrupulously by public health officials. We cannot let people put the public health at risk, and that's the nature of my answer and my position on this. The public health is paramount in this regard, and that's my position.
I was looking for a conscientious belief exemption. We don't have one here in New Hampshire, and so you would not support that?
I would not.